I'm definitely feeling it. As you can see, I got some color out there today. I put sunscreen on, but I didn't bring it with me, so I wasn't able to reapply, and it was, pretty much direct sunlight all day on my poor face. Good morning, friends. It is Key West Day. As I mentioned in the previous vlog, I have never been here before. This is cruise number 26 for me, cruise number 7 on Carnival, and I've somehow managed to avoid Key West all these times. So I'm pretty excited about today. It is 7:45 in the morning, which, if you know me, that's freaking early, especially to be fully ready to go and stuff. I got up about an hour ago, so I made it a point not to go too crazy hard last night with partying and drinking and whatever. We were up late, though. It was after midnight by the time I got back to the room, but, I don't feel hungover or anything this morning, which is a good thing because we're going to be out there for a few hours doing things. So, yeah, I don't know what all we're going to be doing. I'm just following along and seeing what we stumble upon, and I know Trey has some general landmarks that he wants to visit, and I'm happy doing any of those things with him. So yeah, let's see what we get up to, and I'll of course take you with me. We'll see what we see, we'll do what we do, and we'll talk soon. I feel like we saw so many things in Key West, including the Mile Zero marker. Trey and his parents are die-hard Jimmy Buffett fans, and while Trey had never been to Key West before, I guess his parents went quite often. And his dad gave us a list of places that we had to go, including the place where we went for breakfast. The biscuits and gravy special didn't look like much, but it was super good. And then we had a drink at one of their favorite bars. I had a local draft beer. And we concluded our adventures at Captain Tony's. One of the employees was actually giving a guided tour around the saloon, and it was super cool, and he was very knowledgeable. And we spent probably a good 45 minutes to an hour in there before it was time to head back down to the ship. Alright, y'all, so I am back from Key West. This is the first time that I've ever left the ship pretty much right at, the start of the day when the local authorities cleared us to leave the ship, and got back on board right at the all on board time. So I stayed in Key West pretty much as long as I possibly could today, and we explored a lot of things. I really enjoyed it out there. It was cool going all the way down to the southernmost point and, but mile marker 0 and all of that. We went to a couple of local bars. We went through some of the shops and things. And of course, we had breakfast at that local cafe and stuff. So yeah, Trey did a good job of taking us around today in Key West. I'm definitely feeling it. As you can see, I got some color out there today. I put sunscreen on, but I didn't bring it with me, so I wasn't able to reapply, and it was, pretty much direct sunlight all day on my poor face. That's okay. It should tan out nicely, hopefully. And then it was a lot of walking. My watch said that we walked about 3 miles out there. So while everything's really accessible in Key West, it's definitely not, a small area by any means when it comes to being on foot and stuff like that. I didn't get key lime pie. I know that's, kind of like a thing that people do in Key West. Obviously, it was invented there, and they've got some world famous pie and stuff, but I'm actually not a huge fan of key lime pie, just in general. I would prefer like cheesecake or like lemon pie or whatever over key lime for some reason. But yeah, good port. It's always nice to go to somewhere you've never been to before. I've been trying to book cruises to include cruise ports that I've never been to, but also just, trying ships and different classes of ships that I've never been on before across the different lines, because the ship itself is a big part of it for me. So, yeah. Next year I have some, pretty cool itineraries and ships and overall things booked. If you want to follow me on Shipmate, my Shipmate ID is TravisTravels, I think. I'll put it on the screen. If you don't know what Shipmate is, it's kind of like a social media thing, but I don't use it for that. I use it so that I can put all my cruises into one place and see everything about them. It shows all your ports, what time you're getting there, what time you're leaving. It shows your cabin number. You can put in all of that information. They even give you offers for excursions and things through there. I've never booked anything through there, but yeah. So it's a pretty cool thing, pretty convenient when you travel as much as I do. And it also allows you to follow people almost like, Facebook or other social media, and you can kind of see where they're at and what they're doing. And it helps coordinate. Maybe if you want to join me on a cruise one day, you'll see my whole list of future cruises laid out there for you. But anyway, I guess that's it for now. I'm just going to chill, relax. I do need to go have some lunch at some point very soon. And then I don't know what I'm going to do after that. Probably have a couple of drinks and then just hang out until dinner. So yeah. We'll talk soon. So I made my way up to the Lido deck and had some Blue Iguana tacos. Blue Iguana is definitely one of my favorite places on board. And of course, by this time we were getting ready to push off from Key West and head down to Cozumel. And it's always super fascinating to me watching the maneuvering of getting out of the harbor. It was a gorgeous day, and as you can see, Key West looks absolutely stunning from the point of view of the ship. I wish we would have had more time there, and I would definitely be interested in coming back for a land trip someday. And I lounged on the upper part of the pool deck area for a little bit, but then I decided that the tacos just weren't enough, so I made my way down to Guy's Burgers and concocted my own cheeseburger with extra pickles, and of course had a Dos Equis. If you're new to the channel and stick around for at least 5 minutes, you'll learn that Dos Equis is my favorite beer. Don't tell any of my other Texas friends, but I would dare to say that Dos Equis is the official beer of Texas. Most would claim that that's Lone Star, but Dos Equis has a better flavor in my opinion. I actually really like the styling and decor of Carnival Conquest. The lattice that you see around the ship makes it kind of feel like an enchanted garden or something like that. So coming down the great glass elevator into the heart of the ship like that is always a total vibe. But anyway, from there I made my way back down to my room. Alright y'all, I'm back to the room, and you all know how much I love the effluent. And I got to keep my whatever that thing is. So one of the cool things about having a porthole or a window is that you have a place to put all your family of animals. So by the end of the cruise, you can have them all lined up in there. But yeah, we'll talk soon. Alright y'all, so it is dinner time, and it is fancy night, and I've got this get up going on. Pretty well coordinated. I'm feeling a little bloated today, so I'm not in love with that part of the look, but whatever. Gotta do sometimes. Maybe next time I'll bring a coat, a blazer, just in case I'm feeling that way again. But I'm pretty cute, I think. And I'll probably be more dressed up than most people anyway, so yeah. They're doing a captain's toast right now as well, so I'm gonna go out and get a glass of Prosecco or something for that, and then show you what I can of that, and then dinner next. So let's go. We'll talk soon. Honey, I say so on your love all the time. Dinner ran a little bit late, but we wanted to do the show anyway, so we made our way into the theater for the 80s Pop to the Max show. That's actually one I hadn't seen before. I think I've been on a couple ships that haven't, but I've somehow managed to miss it every time. And I really enjoyed it, but I unfortunately didn't get a lot of footage of it because, as you can see, there was a pole right in the middle of our seats. Since we were late, it was slim pickings, so we came in on the balcony level. And then from there, we made our way into the lobby atrium for either 80s or 90s music trivia, and that was a lot of fun because that concludes into like a big kind of party. And we danced and sang along in there, but when that ended, we made our way across the promenade and back over to Alchemy. Alchemy is definitely one of my favorite bar concepts across the entire cruise industry. It's so much fun there, the drinks are really good. And then after a few rounds of drinks in there, we decided to call it a night. Alright, so I stopped at the deli tonight. I was thinking I might do room service, but deli's free. And this is very similar to what I would normally get from room service anyway. And the way Carnival does room service is kind of not ideal. They charge per item, so if I got what I normally get from room service, I'd be spending like, $15 or $20 or something, which is kind of crazy. So this is what I got for late night, I don't know, what we call drunk food. I'm not drunk, but definitely hungry in the middle of the night. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close out the vlog before I eat so that I can strip down and get comfortable. Today was a good day. I really enjoyed today. Obviously Key West earlier, and then did all kinds of things in the afternoon. Even went to the theater show tonight and main dining room. And yeah, the main dining room wasn't great. Trey and I both got the chicken cordon bleu, and that was honestly kind of awful. So cannot recommend that one. But I left feeling full. But one thing that was cool is that our waiter was actually the singer tonight. He performed 2 songs for us. Unfortunately, I couldn't record a whole lot of that. I think I may have a clip that I'll try to put in, but they used a backing track, and sometimes that will trigger the like copyright censors on YouTube. So if the clip doesn't have audio or is non-existent, then it didn't work out. But hopefully it'll let me put it in there. And yeah, Cozumel tomorrow, we're going to Mr. Sancho's, which is somewhere I've never been before. So I am looking forward to that. I will have to get up relatively early, although we're not important till like 11 or 11:30, something like that. So we won't even be able to get off the ship until noon or so. So it's nice that I'll be able to sleep in, because y'all know I love doing that. Yeah. And then sea day after that, I'm definitely going to do sea day brunch on the sea day. And then that'll be it for this cruise. I know I'm talking like it's almost over, but it feels like it is because it's, day 2 of 4. We're halfway over at this point. But anyway, I guess that's it for tonight. I want to thank you all so much for traveling with me. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun things. We'll talk soon, and y'all have a good night.